Even though they share the same CBR name, inline 4 engine layout, and similar engine sizes, the extra are on the 600RR turns it into a completely different machine. First up, let's break down the key specs. The 600RR cranks out 121 horsepower at the crank, way more than the 650's 95 horses. Torque-wise, both have a similar peak torque of 63 Nm. But if we take a look at the peak RPM, the 600 has a higher revving engine, so you've really got to wind it up to hit the sweet spot in the power band. Once you do, though, the 600RR's race-oriented engine smokes the 650. On the flip side, the 650, tuned more for street use, has stronger and more manageable low-end torque, making it more practical for traffic and commuting. Meanwhile, the 600 can feel a bit sluggish and harder to handle at lower RPMs compared to the 650. As for weight, the 600RR is 15 kilograms lighter than the 650, mainly thanks to its aluminum frame, which helps keep the weight down. With significantly higher peak horsepower and less weight, the 600 easily takes the win, boasting roughly a 27% higher power-to-weight ratio than the 650. When it comes to pricing, the budget and beginner-friendly 650, designed to be more accessible for a wider crowd, starts at just £8,600, with the E-Clutch variant surprisingly priced only £100 more. On the other hand, the more performance-focused 600RR comes in at £10,500. So, what makes the 600 more powerful and pricier? Under the fairing, both bikes are powered by liquid-cooled, fuel-injected DOHC inline 4 engines. The 600RR is equipped with a 599cc engine, while the less powerful 650 features a larger 649cc displacement, achieved through a longer stroke. To squeeze more power from the smaller engine, Honda tuned the 600RR for top-end performance and gave it a higher revving engine. To handle the high RPMs, it uses upgraded materials for the camshafts, valve springs, and crankshaft, ensuring it can withstand high RPM inertia forces while maintaining durability. It also features a larger throttle body to provide enough airflow at those high RPMs. And on top of that, the 600 also boasts higher compression ratio. In short, the 600RR is essentially a race bike, while the 650 is more of a commuter sport bike. As for the transmission, both bikes share the same stacked 6-speed gearbox, which debuted on the older Gen 600RR as Honda's first production bike with this setup. The 650 is offered with an E-Clutch variant, which uses ECU-controlled electric motors to manage the engagement and disengagement of the clutch. This lets you ride the bike without ever touching the clutch lever, whether you're launching from a standstill, changing gears, or coming to a stop. However, it's still semi-automated, meaning you need to shift gears yourself. The E-Clutch won't change gears for you, unlike the fully automatic mode in Honda's DCD. The system can also be deactivated if you prefer manual control. As for fuel capacity, the 600RR has a larger tank. However, as expected, its higher performance comes at the cost of reduced mileage. Electronics-wise, the 600RR packs a more advanced setup, borrowing a lot of tech from the Triple R Fireblade. Along with the mandatory ABS, it comes with a 6-axis IMU, throttle by wire, 3 preset riding modes plus 2 customizable ones, and 5-level power modes. You also get 9-level traction control with slide control, 3-level wheelie control, engine brake control, electronic steering damper, quick shifter, and a TFT dash, though it lacks smartphone connectivity. Meanwhile, the 650 keeps it simple and budget-friendly with just the basics: ABS, traction control, and a TFT dash that does include smartphone connectivity via the Honda RoadSync app. A quick shifter is optional if you go for the standard variant without the E-Clutch. The good news is upgrading to the E-Clutch variant only costs an extra £100. Chassis-wise, the 600RR is all about cutting weight and maximizing performance, while the 650 sticks to a more budget-friendly approach. The 600 features a lightweight aluminum perimeter frame paired with an aluminum swing arm, whereas the 650 uses a steel diamond-style frame and a steel swing arm. Up front, the 600 gets a 41mm show of big piston fork that's fully adjustable for preload, rebound, and compression. Meanwhile, the 650 makes do with a 41mm show a separate function fork that doesn't offer any adjustability. At the rear, the 600 also has a fully adjustable ProLink monoshock while the 650's monoshock only allows preload adjustment. When it comes to stopping power, both bikes are equipped with dual 4-piston, radially mounted calipers and 310mm brake discs. Both bikes run identical tire sizes for the front and rear. The 650 features a seat height that's 10mm lower and offers much less aggressive ergonomics, with higher and closer clip-on bars and lower foot pegs for a more relaxed riding position. The 600RR, however, prioritizes performance over comfort. It has a more aggressive riding triangle and boasts an 80mm shorter wheelbase along with a steeper rake, making it feel more nimble and flickable. To further enhance its performance, the 600 comes equipped with winglets that improve corner entry stability and turning ability under acceleration. Its updated design and aerodynamics are also claimed to deliver the lowest coefficient of drag in its class.